All right, everyone. Welcome to the Backstories and Buy Ins podcast. This is actually the very first episode, and I'm here with my guest, John Cervantes.
Thanks, Jafar.
How are you doing today?
Doing good. Doing
Yeah?
good. Long-time listener. First-time caller.
Thank you for that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Thank you for the support. You followed us on Instagram.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Lurking.
Lurking.
Yeah.
So give me a little bit about your backstory. Like, you're from San Antonio, right?
From San Antonio, born and raised. Went to school at UTSA.
Yeah. Where'd you go to high school?
Robert E. Lee. Back when it was Robert E. Lee.
What is it now?
It's Lee, but it's an acronym for Leadership Excellence.
Oh, really?
Something.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was I don't know if it was a community poll. They wanted, the best name that they wanted to name it was Greg Popovich High. I don't know if you know that. That was that's what everybody wanted it to be.
Is this because Robert E. Lee was like a Confederate general?
Yeah, something like that. Revisionist history or whatever, I don't know. And Pop was like firmly against it, apparently.
Against naming a school after himself.
Yeah.
That sounds like him.
Yeah. Humble.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. So now it's just an acronym for.
Okay, so you went to Lee.
Went to Lee.
Robert E. Lee.
Went to UTSA.
Yeah.
4 years, in and out, commuter school.
How'd you like it?
Man, it was just a thing to do. It wasn't, it wasn't an experience.
Mm-hmm.
Going to UTSA was just going to school.
Yeah.
Went to the Crossroads Mall, park and ride.
Really? You didn't just drive to school?
I had a 78 Chevy pickup that burned gasoline like crazy.
Burned oil more than gasoline. Huh?
Something. Wasn't, you're bootstrapping your way through school,
Yeah.
So take the park and ride some days, most days.
To the UTSA campus or downtown?
To campus, main campus.
Okay.
Yeah. Just in and out. Didn't really do much more than school. I worked along the way, but as far as participating in the university, it was just school.
Yeah. What was some of your jobs you had in college?
I detailed cars.
Okay. How'd you like that?
Hard work.
Yeah.
Hot.
It is. Yeah.
So I did that. And then a friend of mine's family member was doing mortgage processing.
Oh, okay.
So I started processing mortgages, I think, in my last year of college.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You like it?
It's grunt work, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what's crazy about that experience was you didn't realize it at the time, but I witnessed like the housing crisis happening in real time.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, because you have back then it was subprime mortgages,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So these lenders who underwrit the loans, right? They didn't carry the debt; they package it and then resell it on the open market. All of a sudden, they could not sell it on the open market, so they didn't have liquidity, and so the companies we would use to write these loans were like one after another going out of business.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and you just were like, well, I don't know what's going on.
What's the craziest thing is I owned a car dealership, right? And we had subprime loans. We deal with subprime mortgage or
Auto
banks.
loans, yeah.
And those are 3 to 5 years. So if they defaulted, which you expected, I was like, whatever. But when you're doing subprime loans on a 30-year loan, that's insane when you think about it these days.
Not only that, they were stated income or stated assets or no income.
Yeah. I don't know what I was doing. I should have just bought a house back then.
You should have bought several houses.
Yeah.
That was the move.
I messed up.
So I did that, graduated school, wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, and then I sold cars for about a year.
Where?
At Gun Acura.
Gun Acura off Days of Allah?
Yeah, in I-10.
Nice.
Yeah. So I had a finance degree, put my resume out a bunch of places, had a few entry-level opportunities. And I was like, I don't know.
And what got you?
So we had a family member that was
so everyone
managing dealership.
Who doesn't know, what do you do now?
So now I'm a partner and senior investment advisor at CrossVault Capital Management.
Okay.
So I went through this, did this car thing for about a year. And then I got a call from JP Morgan Chase, maybe about a year after I graduated. You know, when I graduated, I shotgunned my resume a bunch of places and just see what came of it. And a year later, I got a call and went and interviewed. And I got hired for that job, not because I had a finance degree. I think that helped, but I got hired for that job because I was selling cars for a year. And they wanted,
Really?
yeah. And I had somebody with some sales experience, and then they had a finance degree, and they were like, oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
At JP Morgan?
Oh, yeah. Because it was a retail, it was called the Retail Management and Development Program. So they were looking for like young people to put into branch operations to facilitate sales, lending, investment. So you would kind of go through this year, 18-month type rotation where you'd go through all these functions within a retail branch. And yeah, that's where I first got my investment licenses. So I went through that program, got licensed, went into a branch. And this was in the fall of 2008. So like as I'm doing this, the financial crisis just hits.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it was kind of like the timing couldn't have been better because I have no real obligations at the time. I mean, I'm in my early 20s.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned about what I'm doing that weekend than anything else.
Yeah.
And the world's imploding around me.
Our
industry is getting destroyed. And I'm just like, at the time, I'm none the wiser.
Yeah. I was in the car business back then, selling cars. And it was, I remember it slowed down and everyone's like, we're in a recession. And I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I was still able to sell cars. I personally didn't feel the recession myself, but I know that there was a lot of people around me that were closing their dealerships and stuff. So,
yeah, I think each person's individual experience, right, kind of drove that time period, you know. Taught me to live lean. I mean, it was like, that was the benefit of that.
Yeah.
Just.
Do you still do that today?
Oh, yeah.
Just trim all the fat?
Within reason.
Yeah.
We're not frugal by any means, but I drive a Tacoma.
Yeah. How do you like it?
It's small.
I had one. Did you know that?
It's small. No, I didn't know that.
2020, I bought a brand new one.
The only reason why I bought that Tacoma was I was at Merrill Lynch at the time. They called us back to office. I didn't have a car. I had a lease. I turned it in sometime in 2020. It came due. So I'm working from home. Like, I don't need a car. So my wife shuffled me around wherever I needed to go somewhere.
Oh, really?
We just carpooled or whatever. I needed a car and I couldn't find one. So I was calling around. Some guy I called North Park. I think at the time it was North Park Toyota, 281. And the guy goes, I just pulled the truck off a Tacoma off the truck. I was like, well, hang on, I'll be right there. Just went over there and bought it, and now I'm like this.
What was that, 2018?
2000? No, that was during 21, COVID.
That's a 21?
It's a 21.
I bought mine in 2020, and I was like, this is very utility. I lifted it, and I put big tires on it and all that, and I was like, this is tiny. Why did I buy this?
Yeah.
I sold it in 2021. I bought a Tesla.
V8 gas mileage, 4-cylinder power.
Yeah, I know.
It's a good truck. I mean, it just cruises,
when you're
man.
going 75 or so, it keeps
working.
It keeps going back and forth, shifting the gears. And
it's working.
It bothered me so much.
No, it's working. Yeah, you're going to be hard pressed to get me to buy a $80,000 truck at the moment, but
yeah, I was thinking about buying a Porsche,
like a used one or a new one.
A used one, like a 911, just to have. But I was like, why do I need to do that?
It'd be cool.
Yeah. I had an exotic rental car company back in 2016 to 2020. I had Rolls Royces, Ferraris, Lamborghinis. But I never had a Porsche. So I was like, I might like having a 911.
So I thought about getting another car, like just a sedan or something, like a Tesla or whatever. I don't have anywhere to park it. I mean, I have a 2-car garage, and that's the primary reason I don't have another vehicle.
You have a 2-car garage? Is it full of stuff?
At my gym.
Oh, you have a home gym.
Yeah, and I have a home gym, and then I can like shuffle some stuff around to get it one car in there.
Yeah.
And so when it hills,
The wife's car?
no, it's my truck.
Okay.
She drives a Supra
Okay.
Ascent.
Okay.
And that's the family, like,
That's the
just
family
gets
mobile.
beat up.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, that's cool.
so we just pull one car in there, just to really save one less deductible to pay.
Yeah.
That's really the only reason.
So back to your career. You were at Merrill Lynch.
So I'm at Chase at the time, financial crisis. I'm going through my day-to-day there, having success, Back in 2008, coming into 2009, they acquired Washington Mutual.
Yeah, WAMU. I remember that.
It was kind of like a forced transaction, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so they took two, for every location, there was like a Chase and there's like a WAMU, like they were like pretty close to each other for whatever reason. And so they would take all the staff out of one and they would just shove them into the Chase branch. So like from one like week to the next, like our staffing levels just doubled.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they wanted the publicity of layoffs and right sizing, and maybe they'll grow into it because you're bringing the staff, but you also got two customer bases, right? So
yeah,
I mean, it's kind of like you need maybe not all of the staff, but
sure.
probably need a big chunk. So, anyways, it immediately made it was harder to generate business because you're competing within the same with more people, right?
Yeah.
Similar walking traffic, maybe a little bit more, but now you got twice the amount of people. So it made it really difficult. The program I got hired into was canceled. And so then I took a job at, I left and I went to USAA as a financial advisor, mostly over the phone. And that's where I first got exposed to more of the asset management side of the business, which is, the actual management of money versus the advising of money, or product focused. And it was a great experience there. And I would have rather have been selling cars, to be honest, just because whoever works in a call center knows it's a brutal day to day. I mean, because you're dealing
more of a grind than the car business.
You're moving around in the car business.
Ugh.
You're with mostly you're working with the bros. You're out,
Yeah.
The car business is a grind. I recognize probably that's why I was like, I'm out here. But yeah, the call center it's a tough place to, to really work, especially when it's inbound.
Yeah.
But what I did do is I got a lot of reps talking to people. You just learn how to continue to build your craft of just having conversations, right? Kind of started out at the car dealership, right? You just learn how to deal with people.
Yeah.
And that really just, you're doing it 20 times a day on the phone, just over and over and over. And so I had a lot of at-bats, and I got to see a lot of different situations from like a financial planning perspective. So you got to see all these different people, different walks of life, and big military focus. You get really familiar with like military benefits and all that stuff. And then, the family members who are not, some that are not military themselves. And so you got like this big swath of people, varying levels of income, and you got to just talk to them about their money and help them.
Sure.
But I got exposed to the asset management side of the business because at the time they managed all that money in-house. So all the USA mutual funds and all that stuff they were doing in-house. They later sold that business. Most of that business, I think they sold to Victory Capital. But when I was there, I started working on the CFA charter. So it's a Chartered Financial Analyst. It's a kind of an industry gold standard designation. So it's an exam process that spans multiple years. It's given around the world. So it's like a global credential. Difficulty-wise, the material is, it's graduate level material.
Yeah.
But it's the depth and the breadth of the knowledge. It makes the exam notoriously difficult. And so I started that process at USAA, and they had a great education benefit. So I took advantage of that and started working on that. And while I'm there, I get a call out of the blue, and this is just partly about luck. I got a call out of the blue of somebody, a guy at Merrill, needing somebody to be more investment focused within his business. And
When you say investment focus, like what type and what do you mean?
so the actual day-to-day management of money, right? And so
break that down to me for someone who doesn't know. Like, imagine I don't know anything about investments.
So, as an individual, you may go on and you may buy, I'm going to buy a mutual fund, or I'm going to buy an ETF,
Sure.
or I'm going to buy a stock or whatever, right? When we're delivering advice to people, there's generally two approaches, right? We're going to farm your actual day-to-day management out to a management company,
Okay.
right? And they have models, and they're going to buy you X, Y, and Z. And these are the percentages, these are the weights, and then we got to rebalance and make the changes as, markets change. And so it's that actual process of managing money. And so I was brought in to actually do and implement that process.
Okay.
Right. And oversee that process. And it was mainly because I had gone through that first level of that exam process, and he wanted somebody that was on their way to obtaining that credential, because it's brings a lot of credibility.
Okay.
There's not very many of us. There's very few in San Antonio. So he was looking for somebody in that specific realm to do that specific work. And
Okay.
so again, like, I'm unencumbered, right? I mean, I'm tired of being on this phone,
Yeah.
and it's a risk 'cause I really don't know this guy. Interview, talk about it. The wirehouse business, which is these big giant firms that are, that have broker dealer operations. So like your Merrill and your Morgan Stanley, and I think maybe even Wells may fall into the category. These big, have long legacies, but they're notoriously hard businesses. They chew through people.
Yeah.
So I really didn't know
Their
what
investments aren't the best in the world,
well,
in my opinion, at least.
I think what it is that these individual advisors who are also handling relationships in the day-to-day, they're also, and this is back at this particular point in time in 2000s especially, you're very much transactional selling type of securities. Like I'm calling you up and I'm telling you, Jafar, hey, I want you to buy X, Y, and Z. Or, I got this.
Is it like specific products they're supposed to?
At this time, the industry's gone through a lot of change, but it's been an industry dominated by transactional sales.
Okay.
It has changed a lot since then. It's no longer that way. But that's the relationship that most people have. And so you have these guys that really don't have an investment background, are mainly more salespeople or relationship management people facilitating people's investments, right? And
Yeah.
so I was kind of early in on this process where they were looking to bring in specific expertise or actually build that expertise within their business. And so I came in with some experience, but definitely not. I wasn't a CFA charter holder yet.
Okay.
I was early in that money management side of the business, got exposure to it at USAA, but not really in the weeds doing it.
Sure.
And so I joined this guy. Kind of reputations are, not, you're unsure, you don't know each other very well. I was like, man, what the heck?
With Merrill Lynch.
Yeah. So I did, and I was there for a decade, and actually had a great relationship.
Oh, wow.
And everything I got, there was things I was able to do early in my career that would have not been able to do otherwise. Being able to make investment decisions at the speed and pace that we were doing it was not just, it was something that, it was trial by fire. It was not something, you're going to learn in textbooks. I got to do very early on that really formed my career to this day. And so I was able to go in and how do you think about managing money? How does everybody else do it? Why? How can this process be improved?
Yeah.
And you get to start thinking about these things and constantly iterating. How do you do it at scale?
Yeah.
How do you do it for 100 families or 200,
Scaling is
200 families
difficult.
or 300 families?
Yeah.
And and because I was in the weeds doing it, it brought a lot of credibility. So while I was there early on, I finished my exams, got credentialed, and continued to build that business. You know, and then I started to think, you know, this is probably post-COVID, little burnt out, you know, you're tired.
How was COVID for you?
COVID was hard at first. Our business has never been a work-at-home business.
Yeah.
It's the suit and tie.
Yep.
Everybody's in the office,
Wall
especially
Street,
during
basically,
market hours, right?
Yeah.
8:30 to 3 here in San Antonio, here in Central Time. And so transitioning to go home, when initially the thought was, oh, I'm going to be home for a week or two and then we'll be back to work. And it's like, no, like you can't come back to the office.
Yeah.
And it was to the point where like, I'll try to like go into the office, sneak in so I can get some work in, you know, cause I have multiple monitors, like I'm comfortable in my office.
Yeah.
You know, I'm facilitating trading, you know, I like to have multiple screens. To the point where like, hey, they show you badging in, you can't badge in. You got to go home. So, and I didn't have a workspace set up at home because I didn't work from home.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I'm in my bedroom. I got like my laptop, and then I have like a 32-inch TV that we had in the bedroom. Like I kind of got it jimmied, so I got two screens. And then it's kind of getting rough, man. I was like, you know what? And as soon as I got out of my bedroom, I set up a separate office space. We had like a loft area. I bought a desk. I bought monitors. I got comfortable. And as soon as I did that, you know, got into a new routine. I was like, oh man, this is nice.
Being at home is nice.
I'm like, being at home is nice. And you realize like how much of your day can be playing office.
Yeah.
Like you're playing office. Like, it's like, man, I can bang this stuff out.
Yeah.
Because I'm, you know, as far as investing goes, it's not like this, you know, I always tell people it's not something you try harder at.
Yeah.
You can't try harder and be better. It doesn't work that way. It's not like an effort in, result out. It doesn't work. It's not an intelligence thing either. Like once you get to this bare minimum of intelligence, and you understand markets, trying harder or being smarter doesn't help produce results. And so, you know, I've gotten to the point where you're just constantly thinking about it and thinking about investment ideas and theses and, you know, oh, I'm going to go check this. So like, I'll just be sitting there on the couch, something will pop up, make me think, I'll go look. So you're constantly thinking about it, right? So aside from that, the actual like operational function of the business, like, man, that's not a, you know, and I think a lot of people are realizing, you know, it's not an 8-hour gig.
Yeah. So
right?
Being at home kind of changed everything. So COVID.
It put a lot into perspective. My son was born April 15th of 20. So like, so not only I got kicked out of the office and then we bring my son home.
Yeah.
And I was like,
that was crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Having a baby during COVID, right in the middle, smack dab middle of it.
Yeah. And I kind of more empathetic towards my wife because she's like, at the time you don't know anything. Like, this is so early on, like nobody's really know what's going on. You know, she had a cesarean, it was scheduled. We have to go to the hospital so many days before through a drive-through testing facility.
Oh, wow.
So we pull up, they swab her. They don't swab me, which is how stupid this whole thing was. They swab her, they don't swab me. And I'm in the delivery room with her.
That doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. You know, the physician or the pediatrician or the OBGYN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never had a baby.
Yeah. They're like, hey, like stay home for the first 2, like do not go anywhere before the scheduled delivery. Because I think at the time what they were doing is like, if you tested positive, like you had the baby, I think they were putting the baby like in the NICU or something. And like they weren't allowing you to be near the baby if you were tested. It's like, well, I don't know how they can do that, but I guess, you know. So it's kind of like really testy as far as like we didn't know what to expect.
Sure.
We didn't know
how
to handle it. Everything went fine. Son, nice and healthy boy. Go home, and then it's just like, well, then what do we do from here?
Yeah.
Like, who do we let in? Who do we don't let in?
Yeah.
You know, and it was all just like brand new. And so we all like had this routine, right? my daughter, she's 3 at the time, 3.5. Like, she had Mother's Day out and all these things, and like my wife had her routine, and then we're all home together at the same time. And I'm trying to work. You know, and so it was testy until you know, we got comfortable. My daughter went back to like some routine where she could be a kid.
Yeah. COVID was a very weird time for a lot of people. And like, obviously you had a very crazy experience during COVID.
Yeah.
I used it as a time off because had my dealership. And in February of 2020, I was like, I'm going to close my dealership. And then I was like,
where was it?
It's on San Pedro and Bassi. I still own the property, but
Car Sale Alley.
Yeah. So it was February, and I was like, I think I'm going to close in August. And then all of a sudden, COVID hit. I was like, okay, I guess it's time to close. And I kind of used that 2 months to kind of regenerate a new business as fast as I could, which is flipping houses. And it just seemed to work out. I was already flipping some beforehand, but getting to do it as a career. And then I realized, oh man, I have this large network of people who bought cars from me this entire time. If I just ignore it, they're going to go away.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to become a realtor. So best thing I could do is attack social media and let everyone know, hey, I'm a realtor now. I'm not in car sales anymore. So you can trust me with your houses now and your commercial properties. And I don't know, man, it just seemed to work for me.
Was there a learning curve going from
well, not really.
I mean, just learning the real estate business.
Sure,
I mean,
a little bit.
Kind of in it.
Yeah. Sure, there's a little bit, but I was already investing in real estate at that point, and I was already flipping houses, so I had a pretty good idea, actually more than some realtors, I would say, about real estate.
Yeah, because you're in it.
I was in it, and I was actually doing it. So
yeah.
So
were you getting in as the prices were skyrocketing, or was that kind of?
Yeah, it's crazy. So whenever you flipped and listed, it was like 3 offers.
Yeah, one of my biggest regrets, I can't even say it's a regret, it's kind of like coulda, woulda, shoulda, I guess, was not having the cojones to like buy a bigger house. Just like before,
in general?
Yeah, just like rates are super low.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, a friend of mine that I worked with was, you know, having a nice house built in Chavano Ranch, and I was like, oh man, like
that's right by me.
Yeah, it's $600,000. I'm like, oh,
those houses are $1 million now.
Yeah, $1 million now. Well, I mean, you know, once you tack in the price plus the rate, it's like, get out of here.
Yeah,
got time.
Yeah, and one of my friends is 100% disabled veteran, so he pays no property tax.
Nice.
So he can buy an $800,000 house.
Yeah, it was just like at the time you see the prices jump a little. You know, they start jumping, and it's like, it's like I don't want to mess with it.
Yeah,
should have done it because you know now we need more space, and
yeah,
we're in our first home. I wish I knew a realtor.
What side of town do you live
on? So we are north of the airport, Brook Hollow.
Oh, okay. You're right by the Jiu Jitsu school.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I go there.
Yeah.
No, that's not why. That's one of the reasons why I go there.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Let's go back to the backstory.
Okay, backstory.
So 10 years at Merrill Lynch.
Yeah, 10 years at Merrill Lynch. I started getting kind of burnt out, COVID. Start recognizing that I'm not working on, it's not my business.
Yeah.
Somebody else's business. It's just fine. Like that's what I signed up for, right? And I started, I need a bridge to pursue my own path. And so I got a call from a private bank in town. They were building out or expanding some of the wealth management operation. So I went and did that. You know, it served as a good bridge. I got to see another side of the business that was outside of the wirehouse world. You know, it was a little slower, a little calmer. You know, and you know, at Merrill, it's like boom, boom, boom. Like we're just cooking all day, just fast. And here it's slower, a little more. You know, it's you're attached to a
that's where you're
regional
at now?
bank. No, attached to a regional bank. And then I got a call from a recruiter, And I don't take those calls most times.
Yeah.
Didn't take the first one, didn't take the second one. Took the call and, he says, hey, we're trying to find someone for a wealth management practice in town. And they told me the name, and I said, okay, well, we'll have a conversation. And then, 6 months or 5 months of kind of browbeating and back and forth. And it was just a terrific opportunity. I mean, and so it's, and this is my forever home. Mm-hmm. I've made a commitment. The firm's name is CrossVault Capital Management. It was founded by my partners in the early 2000s, all women.
Okay, cool.
Which is unique for the industry.
Yeah.
So I joined them, and it's, we have a national parent, Prime Capital, to provide us national resources. But we facilitate our business the way we want to do that. We're not executing someone else's strategy. It's ours. So good and bad, right? Like you don't have there's no excuses, right? Because now it's all on me and my partners, and there's no we're enabled to build and manage and grow our business, and so I started there in January, and
January of this year.
Oh
wow.
Yeah. So I had actually a little time off in between, 60 days or so. Started in January and just been hitting the ground running. And so we are more of a boutique wealth management offering.
Sure.
I would categorize our industry going through a couple of phases. Mm-hmm. Our industry is old, generally.
Yes.
In terms of the people in, client-facing positions, they're just of older age.
Yeah.
And that's across the board, and that's everywhere geographically in the States. There's not enough young people. And so you're seeing some consolidation in the industry.
Yeah.
That consolidation is bringing scale. It's bringing a lack of differentiation. It's bringing 1-800 numbers.
It's funny you say this. What you're describing is commercial real estate.
Really?
It's very archaic, very old.
Yeah.
I had someone that tried to send me a fax the other day, and I was like, "Sir, this doesn't exist anymore."
I don't have a fax machine.
And
fax to mail.
It's funny that it's very similar. I don't even think he had a computer.
Well, I think what it's about is, as these industries have been consolidated, so you have bigger players.
Yeah.
Typically, there's money involved with acquisitions and things of that nature. Sure. People want a return on their investment, and so they're looking at scaling operations. And so with us, I mean, it's like, hey, we're a 6-person team. We're not a work from home business. We're staffed. You call my office. There's somebody's gonna answer the phone that and we're gonna continue to execute our business in that way, versus trying to focus on how do we, squeeze every last dollar or serve, a huge swath of people. And we can have a differentiated experience. We can have high touch, high quality service, and we can just focus on that niche, right? And so, we're not we don't do it yourself. There's other channels for channels for that, and it's really just staying in our lane on like, this is what we do, and really and staying focused on like, this is how we do it. Technology is going to help with the scale thing, but that can't be the only thing.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a personal business, and so my priority is keeping it that way. Having a differentiated investment experience, having a differentiated planning and financial planning experience, and kind of tying all that in together, serving people. We're a service business, right? Serving people, being available to people, and that's what I envision and continue to execute that way, you know.
So you've been in this business, or let's say you've been here since January.
I've been here since January. I've been in the business since, 2008, 17 years, 18
So
years.
what was the moment that you in your head were like, I'm buying in?
So I think there's two key moments, I think. The first one being when I was going through this exam process to get my CFA charter, passed the first exam. The second exam I failed. And it's pass or fail. They just it's a competitive exam, so they just draw the line somewhere. The institute just draws a line like this group passed, this group failed. And at the time, the second exam was only given once a year. I think it's changed a little bit, but it's only once a year. And so it's like, what do I do? Like, am I gonna, it's like a whole nother year, just, and then you study for, it's 300 hours or so. So you're studying for 4 or 5 months, 6 months. It's like, man, I don't know if I want to do this again. And so, I mean, right then and there, I was thinking, like, why wouldn't I? I have kids. I'm like, it's just being like, you're just going to be like, am I going to continue on this career path? Because there's only so many ways to differentiate yourself.
Yeah.
Especially in my mind at the time, I was just like, and so I said, like, this is the path. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to pursue this. And so I recommitted to that and, smoked the second exam, the third one, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
So that was a big moment. And then most recently, accepting this role, I think was just like a recommitment to, like, I'm going to stay on this side of the business and I'm going to do it in a more entrepreneurial way.
Yeah.
And I think that was it was a big commitment on my end, because when you're in a broader organization that, you have a direct report and, you're reporting up to somebody and there's a lot of bucks that can get passed,
Yeah.
And there's lots of ways to find excuses and, it's more comfortable.
Yeah.
And so taking this position was really just like a recommitment to like, hey, like, we're going to do this. We're going to do it more of my way. And then it's just like, well, you don't have any excuses now.
Yeah. And that made you buy in.
The only direction's forward,
Yeah.
And then it's just burn the boats, man. Ain't no going back. And so I'm excited.
So do you think social media presence is going to help you with this in the future?
So the answer is yes.
Mm-hmm.
In our industry, it's far and few between, just because most firms manage to the lowest common denominator and they don't want to mess with supervising people that are having conversations like this or
Influencers.
whatever. And so this is why, like, you don't see a lot of credible information online. Yeah. You have kind of two groups right now. You have the stuff coming out of like CNBC and Bloomberg, sure, right? Like, so more news media type. Yeah. And then you have like the FinTwit, social media stuff, and which is not coming from people that have like a...
They're not licensed, right?
They're not, most cases. There are some.
Okay.
There are some, but largely not. They're not credentialed nor licensed or regulated. And so you kind of like, consumers right now are kind of like,
who do I trust?
Well,
who do I put my heart or money with?
And social media, it's like some of the stuff can be compelling.
Yes.
It's so easy.
It's really easy. They draw you in with the jump cuts.
Boom, boom. Boom, boom.
That's what I do.
It's like, and so, how do I do it tactfully and how do I do it in a way it's compelling, right? You kind of got to have like a little bit of both. And so we'll be exploring that as the rest of the year goes on.
That's cool.
And how do we get our message across?
Yeah.
How do I share my views on the world, investing and the opportunity set that's available, but do it in a way that gets people engaged, but not
like dangling. You don't want to dangle a carrot.
That's not my personality either. Yeah. And another thing is I don't speak in absolutes, and people want like
They want
certainty. They want answers. And it's like, well,
I mean,
that's not the world we live in. And,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna BS you,
Yeah.
And so try to give candid advice and perspectives, that people can relate to.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky actually to kind of find something without giving like specifics.
Well, it's not.
Well, like
it's-
just large amount of content at least.
So what I'm going to do is have very direct, high level, sub 10 minutes, breakdowns of what's going on in markets.
10 minutes. That's big.
You think so?
Yeah.
So
For
maybe
social media?
maybe I'll dice it up.
Should be under a minute and a half.
So we'll have some long form, we'll have some short form.
Okay.
So maybe like 10 minutes will be
YouTube?
YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then we'll do, and maybe some that'll get spliced
yeah,
up.
that's how you do it.
And, make myself available. And just like, hey, like, if you want some very specific stuff, I mean,
Yeah.
here's my calendar.
Yeah.
It's 30 minutes.
That's
I
how
have a
you do
few, I have a few days a week where I'll allow a lot.
I have a friend, I was just telling you, he started making some money. He's like, what do I do? He's
Yeah.
like, should I flip a house with you? I was like, no, you need to call
Yeah.
this guy. 'Cause
Yeah. And it's like,
set up your stuff first and then come talk to me.
yeah, it's like, how do you make yourself available without getting, overrun? And so I'll have some time set up to where, people can book 30 minutes.
What would you say is
chat.
like the minimum investment?
I frame it as complexity.
Okay.
I frame it as complexity. And so, most folks have a few $1 million with their firm, but it's not there's not I don't want to have like a
Minimum.
Well, I would say it this way. If you're in a place where you're focused on your like day-to-day budget, and like and this is a place a lot of people are at,
Yeah.
right? Like you're trying to get through your week, get through your month, like that's like, you got to get out of that. You got to get over that first hurdle. Like you got to get your net worth positive.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's where a lot of folks are still at. And, as much shit as Dave Ramsey gets, for, him being impractical with his advice. And I'm like, man,
It works for some people.
you got to get your first,
Not
you
everybody.
got to get your first $100,000.
Yeah.
You got to get $100,000 and there's no easy way to do it in most cases, but like just gritting it to get there, and
Or real estate.
or you call Jafar.
And you sit on the house for 10 years.
No,
and,
you have to clear some of these milestones. And then as you get complexity in your life, you got to start thinking about, well, your long-term tax exposure, you're thinking about education, you're thinking about retirement, and you're thinking about all these other objectives that you have in your life. Like that's when you call, right? That's when you need somebody.
Yeah.
I think right now, because so many folks are, especially people are closer to our age, right, and maybe younger, it feels so insurmountable to build any significant wealth. It's why you're seeing this DraftKings on every commercial, social media. It's why you're seeing this like options trading type stuff on social media.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking for lotto tickets,
Everyone's looking for fast money.
And it's like, I mean, it's not going to work out well for 99% of people, and so it's like, you could get that. You may be the lucky one, but probably not. Probably not. It's like your buddy that goes to Vegas, right? You only hear about the times he won, right? Like you never hear about the times he lost,
Well, see, when I go to Vegas, I don't actually gamble, so.
There you go.
I always lose.
Because you're disciplined. So I always tell people, like you treat financial markets how you want to be treated. If you treat it like a casino, you're going to get casino results.
Yes.
And odds are you're going to get spanked. You're going to go home with tears. You treat it like an investment. You're disciplined. All the boring stuff that nobody wants to like talk about.
Yeah.
You start doing some of that boring stuff.
You drop that money in every single month. Just throw it in there.
I mean, you get disciplined about it, and you find a hobby that's not related to getting rich quick, right? and go do something else, and it'll be easier to clear some of these hurdles, but that's partly, what we'll try to do is just provide some education and get people pointed in the right direction. But our I mean, there's no qualms about it. Like, our direct client has a couple $1 million at least. That's kind of where we operate.
And they don't know what to do with it.
Well, it becomes, if you got 10 grand invested, you lose 5 grand. It's like, oh, okay. You got $2 million, you're close to retirement, you lose $1 million. I mean, that's a different story, right? Yeah. And so it's just as your complexity grows in life, like they say, more money, more problems. Yeah. Right. You just have more things to navigate. You have more hurdles to clear. You have more challenges. You have other people in your pocket, right? And so you're trying to manage all these things. That's where we kind of help with organization and planning.
Yep.
Help make sure you got your I's dotted and your T's crossed. Because you're thinking about gifting, you're thinking about philanthropy, you're thinking about all these other things. You have all these competing objectives, right?
Yeah.
And regardless of how much money you have, there's still choices to be made. You cannot do everything that you want to do. Yeah. It doesn't matter how much money, because your expectations, your life changes, what you want to do changes, it becomes more grand, and you still have to make decisions. Yeah. And that's where we kind of come in and help.
I was just talking to my friend actually on the way here. He makes very good money. He's a general contractor, among other things, besides being a real estate investor. And he has always been like, he had a big house and he sold it years ago. And then he's bought a small house and he's like, I love it. I don't want to move. Like, forget it, blah, blah. But he just had a kid. After he had the kid, he called me. He's like, I think I want an 8,000 square foot house now. Ooh. He's like, I'm ready. I think I'm ready. I was like, oh, wow. So things change like that.
Overnight.
Overnight, yeah.
It's a lot of square feet.
Yeah, I think his wife wants it, and I think, he's worked hard.
Hey, you want what you want.
Yeah.
And we all want different things.
So tell me about Jiu Jitsu. For people that don't know, John beats me up every day.
That's not true. Your base is getting better. I'm having a harder time moving you, that's good.
Thank you. John is a purple belt with 2 or 3 stripes? 3 stripes.
2 stripes.
2 stripes.
Yeah, so I started in 2018, I think.
Oh, yeah, you must have, yeah.
2018. And pretty consistent, man. I live right by the academy. Really wasn't familiar with Maha, that's our head professor, instructor. Wasn't really familiar. Luck. I was right. Good. I lived down the street.
Yeah.
And it's like, so I started going. I'm not really, some people don't do well with the physicality of it. I mean, because at the end of the day, it's a combat sport, right?
Yeah.
Some people don't do well with the physicality, and that never really bothered me a whole lot. And I just said, what the heck? I started doing it.
What was your buy-in moment on Jiu-Jitsu? When did you buy in?
Dude, I just like, I went, I did a lesson, I just signed up. I was just like, that's it, I'm in.
What did you think whenever your first roll and you got beat up?
I kind of expected it. It wasn't like unsuspecting. It wasn't like I was like, oh my God, like what's happening? Yeah. Like, oh no, like this is what it is. It's just like I love it. Like I'm in. So now my kids go. We go together on Saturday mornings. They go left, I go right. I was telling a friend, because she has a little boy that's my son's age, and I was like, it does 2 things for boys, and maybe for men too, is it takes a boy that's very aggressive.
Oh, shoot.
It's very aggressive, doesn't have a lot of control. It teaches them to control it, right? It teaches them to be a little more calm. Yeah. It takes a boy who's a little bit maybe softer, just maybe not as aggressive. It teaches them like, hey, like it's okay, like to be rough and not to freak out and panic, and so it kind of like does a bunch of different things. I think for boys especially.
Yeah. What about for girls?
I mean, some really basic self-defense stuff. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just, it's huge. I mean, it's confidence building. There's some camaraderie.
Yep.
You know, all those things are great. I was
Yeah.
showing my daughter they had like Pan's Kids.
Oh, wow.
I think maybe this weekend. Some of these little girls, I was just
Dude.
like, you can get your butt kicked. You show up
Yeah.
there. I mean, it's, you know, like with any sport, right? There's levels, right?
Yeah.
Different kids doing different things. And I mean, even with the adults, I mean, you know, purple belt can mean a lot of different things. Blue belt can mean a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so we're all in. My wife doesn't want anything. She doesn't want anything to do with it. She'll cheer.
She just takes some of that.
She cheers. She's supportive. Good. Well, you know, I train in the evenings.
Yeah.
Now I kind of go back and forth depending on like work schedule and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm mostly there at 7
Are you going
o'clock.
tonight?
I'll be there tonight.
Are you going to both?
No.
I'm only going to the 6 o'clock.
So, okay. I'll miss you today. Yeah. So, yeah, she doesn't give me any grief. You know, training at 7 o'clock at night, come home.
Yeah.
I mean, the kids are up now because it's summertime.
But
A little more freedom with the schedule. But school starts, maybe I'll have to bounce around in the mornings.
You used to go to the morning class.
We'll see.
Morning class is difficult. You do CrossFit too, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
How's
Twice
that?
a week. So I have I go to Elite CrossFit.
Okay.
Shout out to Elite CrossFit
Shout
on
out.
Redland. I mean, the instruction has just been first rate. I mean, you hear like just so many like goofy people doing like such goofy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they've run such a very like tight program, like excellent coaching.
That's awesome.
You know, I pick the day. I go day. I can see the workouts a week ahead. I pick the workouts I'm not going to do at home.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only reason why I go. I mean, upon the other things, but in terms of just like the actual like workouts, you're not going to see me do a burpee in my garage. Not going to happen.
Yeah.
You're just not going to see me do some of these things. And so, I'll pick like 2 days where it's like, oh yeah, I don't.
One of the hard ones?
I don't want to do it. Maybe they're not hard. They're just like I don't want to do that. And
Yeah.
I'll force myself to go.
Yeah.
You know, and so I try to do that a couple of times a week, and then, you know, I have some weights in the garage.
There's
and
something
then-
to be said about the class environment that changes the way you want to work out.
It does. Well, the shared suffering. I hate to
Yeah.
use the word suffering, but it's like you got to get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And, you know, doing it alone, like, I mean, yeah, sometimes.
I do it alone every day
Yeah, at the gym.
at the gym.
Yeah.
And there's some days I'm just like, I don't feel like doing my, my hit on
Oh,
cardio.
right.
Like today I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just go to jiu-jitsu afterwards. And I should be because I'm trying to drop weight for the San Antonio Open.
Yeah.
So I changed my diet, trying to get to 175.
Oof. That's you're about 200 pounds, man.
Well, I've been eating like a 200-pound guy.
Get the scale, Walter. Get it out.
I was 195 again, 196 this morning. But I can probably drop 7 pounds in 3 weeks if I just stop eating
more
like
discipline.
junk. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I love being active.
Yeah.
I just, like, one, I can chow. So it's part of it too, right? But it's just, like, it just helps. I mean, like, I always say with jiu-jitsu, like there's nothing else I can focus on in the moment. Just physically. You just can't focus on anything else. I got somebody on top of me smashing me. Like,
yeah. How do you think jiu-jitsu has helped you in your work life?
You're much more calm.
Yeah.
Much more centered. I think it's helping me kind of like those jitters, especially like the pre-competition jitters.
Oh my God.
They're the worst. Like oh.
You saw at my competition, I was, they called me 2 hours early to go. I just sat down to stretch and they called me. I was like, oh shoot. So
Ready
I
to
went,
go.
no one was there. No one was filming, no coaches. And I just had to go. I didn't even tape my fingers like I always do. And I just went in there, and afterwards I was like, I had that adrenaline dump and I was like shaking. And my arms turned to stone.
Yeah.
So the second one I was like gassed.
Yeah, it's a different experience. And I think like getting the nerves of doing that and like doing it again and again.
Yeah. I think it's
In the moment, I'm like, oh, I'm out
Maha
here.
told me actually, he's like, make sure you get a very good sweat going, and that'll help deter
Yeah.
that.
And I don't do a good job of that.
Yeah.
most of the time, like
I didn't just grapple with someone.
when they do in the Round Rock Convention Center, dude, that thing is cold.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah.
You're not going to overheat in there, but it's like you got to get warm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I love it. I mean, the jitters and all that pre-stomach churning moment, you know. But you just learn to overcome. And so, like, yeah, there's carryover for sure. Yeah. And I've met like so many great people.
Yeah,
I met you and all the other guys, and good relationships.
Yeah, this is a lot of great guys.
Yeah, it's just funny, like all the different gals. And all the different backgrounds everybody has.
Yeah,
I mean, just such a diverse group.
It's just such a group of people who normally would not. As in another one of my friends, a group that normally would not mix.
Yeah. Well, like we play, every once in a while I'll play golf. You know, it's like, oh, what do you do? Oh, I sell roofing. Or what do you do? Oh, I sell this. Or, yeah, it's the salesperson's. Yeah. The salesperson's job, you know.
The golf. I figured I'd do golf once I can't do jiu-jitsu anymore.
So we're trying to expose the kids. Trying to expose them all these different things. Yeah. Like just, nothing's too serious. Just have fun. See what you can get good at.
What do they like?
YouTube, if you let them.
Why don't you get them on camera?
No, absolutely not.
They'll make millions.
Yeah, no.
What's our kid Ryan? He opens toys.
I know, man.
He makes like $30 million a year.
I know. Look at us.
Busting our ass.
Dialing for dollars. So my daughter is like, loves dance. Okay. And so we kind of, she likes being the center of attention. So I think she actually likes competing. She did a couple like in-house tournaments.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And she's just like, everybody's watching me and looking at me, and like, she's getting her little medal, and like everybody's.
How old is she?
7. She'll be 8.
She'll be 8.
Yeah, August.
How much she weigh?
I don't know.
She's
50 pounds.
She's ready.
50 pounds. We'll have to cut a weight class.
Cut a weight class.
Yeah, bring her down a little bit.
Put her in the sauna for a little bit.
Put her in the sauna. No. So she likes all sorts of things, and our philosophy on it is it's just like, look, like none of these. We're not looking for a professional athlete or anything. We want them to have fun. We want them to be exposed to different things. We want them to enjoy being active.
Yeah, that's important.
But we're not also looking to inundate our like lives around our children's sports either. Yeah. So if there's like a opportunity to where we're like, hey, like they're into it, like there's a lot of talent, there's a lot of skill, like we have to foster that. Yeah, we're all about that. But just kind of forcing the issue, I don't. That's not our style. My son started playing baseball last fall. We did a season at McAllister Park.
What do you think?
It took him like 1 or 2 practices, and he's then he's wearing his hat and he wants to hit in the backyard, and nice. So man, but talk about like a production. I don't know if you've seen the baseball fields out there during.
No.
Dude, it's like a full-on operation.
Really?
Just game after game, all sorts of ages, boys, girls. I mean, it's a thing.
I did soccer when I was his age.
Maybe we'll do a season of soccer.
Soccer was like, I loved it.
So for the boys, well, I mean, there was actually a girl on the team. So for that age group, it takes like, 5 or 6 dads per team to run a 2-inning baseball game. Yeah. You got a dad pitching, a dad catching. You have a dad helping them navigate the bases. You have a dad getting them out of the dugout to get ready to bat. And then you have somebody in the dugout because they're like climbing the fence and shit. They're playing hockey with the bats.
How old are they?
At this point, they're between 4 and 6.
Okay, so they're just all over the place.
Yeah, dude, it's a blast. It's a blast, and it's an hour. So we'll do that this fall, and just see what sticks. And they both go to jiu-jitsu. And I mean, I always tell parents, I mean, like it's the best kids instruction. Yeah, it's the best kids instruction. I'm not worried about my kids getting hurt. Yeah, they're gonna get like bumped in the face and stuff. Like they're rolling all over each other. They're being physical. Yeah, but like it's really well run. It's high quality instruction.
My neck's getting better, by the way.
Your neck's getting better.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what we can do about that.
Yeah, maybe you can give me a can opener or something.
Pry it open. Yeah, I mean, that's part of the sport too, is bumps and bruises.
Yeah, it happens.
And we're 40.
What I tell people when they're like, hey, what about jiu-jitsu? I'm like, join as long as you know, like, for sure you're going to get hurt. It's going to happen. It's just...
But it's like
be
anything
aware
else.
for it.
Like if you're like, yes, that you're going to be, I don't know how much more prone it is than like, I have this foot thing from running. Like it just won't go away.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're going to get bumps and bruises. You know, somebody tore their pec doing a pull up or trying to do a muscle up in the gym. Like,
Yeah, I have turf toe on my, turf toe is like the joint.
yeah.
And I got it from doing, like, I did some crazy workout back in like 2000.
Like pushing a sled or something.
No, it was like 500 walking lunges.
Ah.
It's like 5 sets.
You like 400 meters.
Yeah, and that just, at the end of it, my toe just gave out. And I've been dealing with this for like 7 years now. It just won't go away.
Turf toe.
Turf toe.
Like Deion Sanders, or who had it? Is it Neon Deion?
I'm sure he did.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
or
It's
Terrell
it's very
Owens, somebody.
popular. Like it happened. I think Mahomes has it.
Yeah, there's something else causing the dysfunction.
Yeah. So now it just started reappearing.
Achilles,
in jiu-jitsu.
calf, ankle
Yeah.
mobility,
Yeah, it just all goes
all
the
sorts
way
of
down.
stuff. Yeah.
It went away recently, and now my neck hurts. So it's like there's always something that's my elbow too.
Do you get a massage?
No, I go to PT.
Go to PT.
Yeah, I think it's the tricep tendon.
Mm.
Yeah, it's not the actual.
Do you do these?
They have me doing. They hooked me up to this thing called a newbie, and
It's like a muscle stem.
yeah, and they have me doing exercises like this with like a weight that it's like this extensor. You can feel it right here.
Mm.
It's really weird.
Well, I hope you get better.
Thanks. So you can crank it.
I can work on
Armbar
it. Yeah, it's not for everybody.
It's not, but
It can be.
it can be.
It can be. Well, I think I always tell everybody it stops when you want it to stop. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
like there's no, I mean, we have 50-year-old guys. Guys are well up in their
Yeah.
50s
Yeah.
training with us, all different physical abilities.
Yeah. You just kind of adjust how you roll to that person's physical ability.
Yeah, I think that's what's, we don't have,
I don't like go in there and try to kill.
Nobody's
like,
there is trying to hurt each other.
50-year-old. Yeah.
and then sometimes, you got to be a little more physical than others, right?
Yeah.
I mean, girls, we're not cuddling,
Yeah.
you know?
I think we try to go pretty decent.
Yeah, I think there's a good balance.
Yeah.
You got to find longevity with it, right? Because if you're there and there trying to murder everybody all
Yeah.
the time, it's
not comp class.
well, even then, it's just like I always say there's training and then there's competing, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like that concept of zone 2, right? Like you kind of got to get that base level training,
Yeah.
and every once in a while you turn it on, but not all the time.
Yeah. How many times a week do you try to go?
So my schedule currently is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and
Monday,
then
Tuesday,
Saturday
Thursday.
mornings. So 4 days.
Okay.
That's it. Sometimes if I go more than that, then it starts to, the wear and tear picks up, and I'm starting to notice that, like to the point where like I can't get up. Like I want to like sleep in.
Yeah.
The lethargy kind of kicks in. Or a little more achy.
I was going 6 days a week for 5 months,
That's a long time. Yeah.
and now I'm all beat up. I go about 4 now.
Yeah, that's the sweet spot for me.
4. And that's where I'm just been for the last like month.
Yeah. Yeah, to each their own. Chris trains, he was training like 3 hours a day.
Chris, the police officer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 hours a day.
3 hours a day, yeah.
For like,
And Alex was going 3 morning
he's,
and
he's
night.
a freak, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, fuck him.
He's a
No, I'm
beast.
just kidding. You can't edit that out. He's
a
my buddy.
beast.
He's my buddy.
We actually can't edit that out.
No, that's in.
That's in the long version.
Oh,
We're going to
okay.
put on YouTube. So if he watches the whole thing,
No, he's my buddy. He's just gotten so
He's
tough.
definitely gonna
He's
beat
just
you
gotten so tough.
he's so good.
Well, he's hurt now, so
He's hurt right now.
I'll get a little break. Maybe I can catch up.
It's good rolling against him because he just like kind of sets me up to fall into stuff. And then like every once in a while I'll catch it and I'm like, hey, I didn't get caught, and then it gets me somewhere else, you know?
Yeah, it's different physical attributes, right? Like you get to like, that's the beauty of it, right? Everybody plays to their own strengths. So
Yeah.
you know.
His long legs and they're strong, and
Yeah.
he's a strong guy.
Yeah, he is strong.
Like his whole body.
It's that manual labor.
Yeah. And Eloy too. He's
different.
He floats.
Floating pressure.
Yeah.
Crushing.
It just floats. And
Crushing
you're
pressure.
just like, oh.
It's like a melting. I call it the wet blanket.
Yeah. Can't get rid of them. Those
Yeah.
staples are dangerous.
So it's miserable.
Yeah.
But it's good training. That's how I judge.
great training.
That's how I judge if I'm getting better. Like
Yeah.
how much of a fit can I give him today?
Yeah. And sometimes he'll
Sometimes
he'll
I
go a
can't
little
tell.
easy on me.
Sometimes
and
I
then
can't
sometimes
tell.
he'll go a little harder on me. So it's good, like,
Yeah.
to try to base.
Yeah. So sometimes I'm like, did he give that to me? I don't know. He may
Yeah.
have. He may have.
Yeah, a lot of-
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, he gave it to you.
He gave it to me. No, but it's a good group.
Who did you start with? Any of
Training.
like who in your white belt class is still with you?
Ricardo.
Oh, he was in your white belt class. Cool.
Yeah. Man, I think that's about it.
Really?
Yeah.
No one made it through the blue belt
Well,
blues.
some people moved.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's somebody else that I just can't really think about. I mean, because when I started, like some of the other guys were already blue belts, purple belts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not very many.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, some moved away, some just stopped showing.
Yeah.
Had families, had kids, changed priorities, whatever, right? You know, like anything
Life.
else. Like anything else, right? It's like
Life happens.
you can't make everything a priority all the time, you know.
Why do you
so
think so many people quit at blue belt?
I think it's like the realization that's insurmountable. Like
Really?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, because
It kind of is.
I was a blue belt for over 3 years.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, and I trained pretty consistently. I mean, COVID was kind of in there. So there was kind of like a lull with that, but
Yeah.
like that wasn't maybe, you know, I once had somebody ask me, cause this is like smack dab in COVID, and you know, it's like, well, how does that work with COVID? I'm like, well, it doesn't. Like we've just accepted, like
Yeah.
we're either going to do this and, you know, but outside of that, like it's been those 3 years, you know? And so it's like, man, but I think that's a pivotal, I think for Maha, it's a pivotal belt from what I understand.
I mean, yeah, that's where that's where you change.
That's where like the real fundamentals come in.
Yeah.
And so I was blue belt for over 3 years.
That's
so,
what I hear Maha kind of
yeah.
make sure you're a purple belt before you.
Yeah. So that's kind of good, right? You're not
Yeah.
nobody's getting any like,
No one's getting.
attendance.
handouts, yeah.
I mean, cause I trained pretty consistently. So it
Yeah.
wasn't like, I didn't get like an attendance based purple belt,
Yeah, for sure.
you know? So at least I don't think I did.
I mean, I try my
Sometimes it
hardest
feels
to pass
like
your
I
guard,
did.
and I can't do it. So
Well, maybe I'm getting better. Well, it's like, man, dude.
we just sit in butterfly or whatever we were doing the other day, and it's just half guard, and it
Yeah.
just kept. We couldn't do anything.
Yeah, it's I've been playing a lot on my back, and so
Yeah,
you know, as we get closer to competition, I'll start trying to get on top, stay on top,
I need to try to play
because I'm not going to play.
Back.
I'm not going to play on my back in competition.
Yeah,
I mean, I work to sweep off my back. Like the odds of me submitting, you know, a purple belt or higher, you know, it's very low off my back. You
Yes.
know? I can control and I can sweep, but I don't have that dynamic hip movement to, you know, just throw up an arm bar or,
yeah, me too.
you know, finishing a triangle. My angles are not quite there to get somebody that's really skilled, you
Yeah.
know, may get lucky every once in a while, but like to do that in competition, that's not my game. And so it's just
My game in the guard is cross collar choke.
cross collar choke.
Yeah,
So,
And sweep.
most white belts, I don't care if they grab my collar.
yeah,
And then Adriel got my collar and I said, oh yeah, whatever. And he grabbed my other collar and he choked me. I had
he's
to
strong, isn't he?
Yeah. I was like, okay.
You thought you could get the other arm off? Or what?
Well, no, I didn't care. I didn't
Oh,
think he can't finish
no,
it.
he's
No,
strong.
he was like, ah.
He's very strong.
he just Hulk.
He was a
Hulk.
power lifter.
Yeah, no, I can.
So when a power lifter joins jiu-jitsu, it's a little different, especially when they learn the movements.
Well, you know, I was like, he doesn't have the angle, or it didn't matter. He just like,
he's
and I
so
couldn't break
strong.
his. I couldn't break.
I
his,
realized
couldn't
once he
break his
grabs
grip.
something, you have to like stop what you're doing.
So now he doesn't get the doesn't get the grace anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't let him break that grip.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to.
Yeah. So no, but I want to be. My game is on top, pressure and pace. You know.
Yeah.
Because that's I realizing the competition is competing is just a much different. I mean, you have to train how you're going to compete, you know. So like training to develop skills, and then like training to compete. So where like this is how this is how I want to execute my game. You know, just kind of a little bit different, I think. So you want to like start training how you're going to execute your game in a competition. You know, and that for me is like, okay, like if I get in bottom position, it's sweep, get on top, and then pressure.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I got.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. And it works, especially if you do it with a higher pace, you know, condition. I felt like, you know, so I've been competing at 208.
Yeah.
But I've been cutting weight to get to 208. So like I was walking around like 215. And,
oh, really?
Yeah, 212.
Carry it well.
Yeah, thanks. And so I've been cutting down. But I've always come in like so flat, like just like, oh.
Well,
it's not my thing.
It makes sense like that.
And so I was like, I'm carrying so much body fat, and like I need to sit under 208. And so like right now I'm like 204, 205. So
yeah,
I feel like I'm like, okay, like now come in hydrated, I can come in fed, I can eat breakfast.
Yes.
And then
I think what I truly want to do is get to 175 and stay there for as long as I can. And then like, I don't know, like a year, and then compete, because I'm used to being at that weight.
I probably need to sit at 190. 190 is my, I think, like
190.
Yeah, because I like that's where I think I could be just being 40, right? Like just as a healthy, like more of a healthier weight to just sit at long term, and then I compete at 194, medium heavy.
I think like 180 is like where I am looking like good. 180 to 185, and then so I'm in the middle of the two.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, I'm gonna just go down.
So I used to compete at 220, 221.
That's big.
Well, they were like...
They're big.
They're big. I mean, and now it's like, oh man, because I'm 5'10", like they're all over... not all of them, but a lot of guys are over 6 feet.
Yeah.
And
they're either
big,
like
strong,
big, or they're like big.
Well, I always tell everybody, like nobody shows up to compete like untrained, out of shape.
Yeah, they're all ready.
Like, they're all ready to go. And so it's like, yeah, you probably should, you know, be at a weight class that's more reflective of your like actual size. Like you're just carrying weight, like it's not good.
Yeah.
Or, you know, but actually it's in my best competition.
Really?
Yeah.
That was blue belt?
At blue belt. Yeah.
Yes.
Did I compete at purple? I competed at purple at 221.
I remember when you competed at purple.
221. And that was, I lost by a point, I think, in my match. Points. And then I won, but I did win the no-gi.
Oh, really?
That year. That was 2000.
Do you do a lot of no-gi?
No.
Interesting.
You know, when I go in the morning with that morning crew.
I need to start doing that.
Savages.
I need to start doing that.
Savages.
I
sent him I sent Ronnie a video of
you mean the early class?
Oh yeah, 6 a.m.
Ronnie's gonna kill me.
I said don't it's like I don't want to get heel hooked at 6 a.m. Like I'm not coming. I'm not coming. But I mean, they're consistent, man.
I promised him I would go to one.
Consistent.
I just still haven't done it.
I mean, they're there every Tuesday and Thursday.
I know. I need to go. I need to start going. I told him I'd go to one. I should probably just go.
Yeah, I think it's good because you just get some different exposure.
Yeah.
I mean, getting different people, different, you know.
They're savages.
That's for Lisa. That's when Lisa trains.
That's when Lisa trains?
She heel hooked me in the gi, just so you know.
Dr. Truck calf sliced me in the gi.
He's a bad dude.
He is.
Yeah, he's angry.
I think he lets it out on the...
Yeah, he's like, man, I had this hard day.
You're going to get calf sliced.
You're going to get calf sliced.
Even though it's illegal, it's not illegal in here.
He's doing it. He knows.
Yeah.
I always joke, like, don't hurt Dr. Lee. You don't want the number 2.
Go for the
You
wrist
don't want
lock.
the number 2 heart surgeon.
Matt told me go for the wrist lock because his whole career depends on it.
It just shows how different everybody is.
Yeah.
All different walks of life.
Yeah, he's a heart surgeon. Yeah.
So, good group.
Yeah. So what? Oh, you told me in the beginning. you chose it because Maha. You chose Maha thinking because it's close to your house.
It's close to my house.
But there was another reason. What was that?
Well, now it's because of the quality instruction, but you don't, at the time, you don't know.
Yeah.
You just don't know. At first, it was location.
Yes.
Location, don't know anybody there. I didn't get a referral.
Yeah.
Drive by it. I was driving by it for a few years. So I'm like,
What made you choose that over Ohana?
Ohana wasn't there.
Oh, it wasn't there yet.
Yeah, it was the UFC gym or something.
That's right.
goofy.
That's right. 2017.
Yeah, it wasn't there. It wasn't there.
there.
And so that was really the only choice.
I went by there in 2017 for like a month or something.
At Ohana or UFC gym?
UFC gym.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, it seems credible. And then now you realize, oh, the quality instruction is just so high, and you don't have any. And there's other places that have good instruction, but he's the man in town, and so that's now I'm like, oh, like if I'm gonna keep training and if I want to pursue a black belt, like
you'll be an actual black belt.
I could be an actual black belt.
Yeah,
instead of an attendance-based black belt.
Yeah,
I mean, you'll know like you actually earned it, right?
Yeah,
or like your skill drives the belt, not just being there. So,
They call me fake white belt for a while.
Well, you need a little bit of hazing.
Yeah.
A little bit of hazing.
I didn't mind.
Why did you start training there?
James.
Oh. Do you know him outside of?
I know him since I was 16.
Oh.
And he was like, just go to Maha's if you're going to go anywhere. Because I live next to RP. BJJ. But he's like...
Because you're in Rogers Ranch?
I'm in Shavana Park.
Shavana Park.
And he was like, just go to Maha's.
Yeah.
I went there, met Mauricio, met everyone. It was very nice. Everyone was very humble and, cool. So,
yeah, I mean, RP's legit too.
I didn't realize that when I got to the advanced class that everyone's going to be, the training partners would be so, good and different
actually
in
advanced,
different ways. And actually advanced. Yeah.
So when I first started, there was really no delineation between like the classes because there was just one mat. It was just that left side of the building.
Yes, yeah.
And, some days it was beginner, some days it was intermediate. And really the only difference there was between the class was how much rolling we did.
Oh, okay.
So some days if it was beginner, it's like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Intermediate and advanced was like half an hour, 20 minutes, something like that.
Like what we have now.
Yeah. But, it was definitely like you got smashed for sure.
Yeah.
I think now it's a little more aid and progression, right? Like you want to see people continue.
Yeah.
Versus like here's traditionally what this is the sport.
Yeah.
So
cool.
So what's going on in the real estate land?
Real estate's good. I have a lot of commercial right now, a lot of commercial projects myself, and then I also have a lot of commercial clients. Residential's a little, not slow, but not moving very much, just kind of at a...
Kind of a steady clip?
Yeah, it's not like when summer started, it was like, boom, got a ton of business, and then all of a sudden it's just kind of... I don't know what's really going on. I mean, people are just getting ready for school.
You think a rate cut will help?
Yeah, I think so. But I don't know if, that's above my pay grade.
Yeah. Yeah. It may. I always tell people, I'm like I got a 3% mortgage, right?
Yeah.
The idea of paying, 6.5, 7, or something is just like not even on my radar.
Yeah.
I go, but there's a rate that gets you thinking about it. Like, what is that rate?
Yeah.
Is it 5.5? Like, what starts to be like, okay, like that I can stomach. Or
I think under 6 we'd see.
Used to get a 5 handle. You get a 5 handle, maybe people start to feel like, okay.
Yeah,
like,
we'll get a lot more movement.
You get a lot more movement. And I think that's like healthy for the economy.
Some people don't even realize you could buy a brand new home at 4.5.
It's the builders are
subsidizing the rates. Yeah.
Compelling.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to be there. I guess it depends how long you're going to be there, right?
Or if you're just going to own the home forever, just have it as a rental.
Man, you have a lot of experience with tenants.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can.
I don't do residential for long term. I only do commercial for long term. And residential, I just flip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So multifamily.
No, commercial, like industrial, retail.
I see.
Yeah.
So you don't do any multifamily, no?
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't like dealing with any of that.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah. Getting somebody evicted from their home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not.
If I have to,
not fun.
in commercial, if you have to evict, it's a notice to vacate after 5 days of not paying no rent. So 10 days or,
There's
something
less.
short.
There's less protection.
It's been so
in
long
place.
since I've had to actually do that.
Yeah,
It's been
yeah.
like 4 years since I've had to evict someone. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a better way to do it.
It's a much better way. You can self-manage. It's only between tenants when it's kind
But
of...
you got bigger. You got a bigger property, right?
more money to enter.
More money.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more from a bigger transaction sizes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So if you have to eat some rent, you're gonna have to eat a
You
larger
have to
rent.
eat some rent if you have to do it for like
Yeah, you're
2-3 months between tenants. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bigger nut.
Yeah. But usually they stay there.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't had much issues.
Where's the city going real estate wise?
San Antonio?
Yeah.
I think we're doing good. I think the city's going to just keep going up. We're one of the fastest growing cities for I don't know how many years now, but our market prices will go up, I think. Not relatively soon. I think not until we see a rate cut. So the appreciation is going to be a little slower. Now, I don't think we'll ever see appreciation like COVID ever again. But appreciation will happen. It's just get in, you know what I mean? As long as you own something, that's where it's at.
So what about between San Antonio and Austin? Are we turning into the next DFW?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's been going that way for the last 20 years. San Antonio, Austin.
Ain't stopping.
No, there's land in between just keeps going up in price. And people just keep moving to New Braunfels, so.
Yeah. I mean, we actually did a staycation in New Braunfels.
Really?
We stayed in Sattler,
Okay.
kind of north of Whitewater,
Yeah.
up on kind of in a hill.
Yeah.
It's like, man, like I get it.
It's nice. It's
yeah,
nice.
It's
The
just
hill country's nice.
A nice view. I mean, constant breeze, no mosquitoes. I mean, I was just like, it was comfortable.
And most of it's sitting on rock, so your foundation doesn't shift like here in San
Yeah,
Antonio.
and I think because Canyon Lake has been so low, like I think some of the real estate values have come in. You know, now, granted, it's now risen, but
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a trend, if it's going to continue.
Sure.
But I'm like, oh man, this is a cool place.
Yeah.
So we go to Slitterbond with the kids.
Yeah.
So, but for me, I'm like staying lean, man. I'd rather do a week-long Airbnb or, wherever we go, just rather than owning vacation homes. It's just easier for us. Kids are young, so can't commit to
I'm not
travel.
like super lean with my vacations.
Yeah.
I'm going to UFC.
Where? Oh, you're always going to UFC.
Yeah, I'm going again.
Where are you going?
Chicago. UFC 319. Hamzat Chimaev versus Dricus Duplessis.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. And then I'm going to the next Alex Pereira fight in Vegas in October.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Where are you going to stay?
New York. It's
That's where they have the fights.
It's the Fighter Hotel.
Oh, you have to hang out.
Yeah.
Just bump shoulders with the...
It's kind of cool.
Give them one of these.
Yeah.
You're looking at.
Yeah.
So I'm going in September.
Yeah.
I'm going in September. Just unrelated. We're doing a little 2-day, me and my wife.
Nice.
To
To Vegas?
Circa. Yeah, I'm going to stay at Circa.
Nice.
We're going to see a couple shows.
Yeah. November?
September.
September. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if UFC will be
We're going to go to Dallas, and then a friend has a charity event, and then we're going to go to
Vegas. Flights are cheap, actually, if you look them up.
It's not very expensive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's like, man, like you can get around pretty inexpensively.
Yeah.
We haven't flown with the kids this year, just because it's like
it's a whole thing.
Dude.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But her and I are going to start doing more because now the kids he'll start kindergarten. Both kids are going to the same place. It's easier for my mom to come in and facilitate some of that, so that we can do like just not long stuff. Just get out for a weekend or maybe like a long weekend and get away and So, yeah.
I think we're out of time.
Thanks, man.
So
Thanks for letting me.
you're the first guest on Backstories and Buy Ins.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
I'm glad I was the first.
Let's take a look and say bye. See you guys.
Later.
Nice.